don't have any music playing today, so I don't want to wait too long on loading screen. One day I will pick out some music that isn't just like what the menu screen of whatever I'm playing. But it is not this day. So I'm a little bit late starting anyhow. I'm just gonna go. Hello. I almost didn't stream this week, but I decided that I would anyway. Those of you who are on my Discord may have seen me say that my chair broke a lot. I'm currently using a lawn chair. It's like one of those metal frame canvas ones. I keep forgetting it also has a folding out cup holder. That's got to be useful for something in this context. Put my stylus for my tablet in there. I won't, it's actually kind of uncomfortable trying to draw on the tablet while sitting in this thing. This chair is, however, a step up from the broken one, which I was continuing to try to sit in for a while. That's why there was no Vagabonds on Friday. Which is a bummer to me. I had been meaning to take a week off from Vagabonds at some point soon, but it's different for me to be like, yep, vacation time, and then, or for like something to happen. It's a different vibe. So yeah, it is going to be a bit of a quick stream this week because of the chair situation. Even with this temporary replacement, it is not very comfortable for me to stay here for very long. I need to like get up and walk around, take a break. I've been getting more reading done, which is nice. I do like reading, but I tend to relegate reading to like while I'm having a snack or while I'm taking a shit. Books deserve more respect than this. So, I guess turning to them as an alternative to hurting my back at the computer is like respect. Anyways, what I'm going to be doing today is running a little demonstration of my new tabletop game, Topple. I will post a link in chat. Currently available on my Ko-fi shop. It is not expensive. It can be played solo or with a group, and it does not require a game master. Everyone who's playing has a character and is a player, even if it's just one person, as will be happening today. I have played several times. Hi, Romani. I have played several times to test the math on my own before I released it. I recently also played with my D&D group, my in-person one, and I am honestly quite happy with how the game runs. I did recently correct something, so if you bought Topple previously, You should re-download it from Ko-fi. You can do that through your orders page. Just choose the thing that you bought, Topple in this case, and then you can re-download because version 1.1 is now available. So yeah, I'm going to give you a little demonstration of how it plays. I'm playing solo, which would be more of a journaling RPG experience, which I know a lot of people like, and I also find fun and interesting. So we are going to try it out in that context. I will start, where is it? Here we are, by reading the introduction. A colossal creature strides across the plains. It has destroyed countless towns and villages in its passing, not out of malice, but merely by virtue of size, power, and obliviousness to the suffering it causes for those so much smaller than itself. Now it approaches the capital, the largest city in its path yet. The creature is, in a way, innocent. Nonetheless, it must topple. So yeah, there's our premise for the game. There's a big creature. We gotta kill it. In order to play, you will need some d6 dice, six-sided dice. I am currently running this on, well, okay, those landed well outside the view area, actually. But anywho, yes, it's just some six-sided dice. One is enough, two is better, and four is the most that you'll ever need to roll at one time, I'm pretty sure. Of course, you'll also need something to write on. I am using a Roll20 screen today rather than my tablet. Again, the chair. The tablet is not very comfortable to use at the moment. So, Topple is divided into 3 scenes. The first is the introduction, which is character creation. The second is preparation, where the characters prepare to hunt the creature, doing various tasks in order to hopefully give themselves an advantage. And then the third scene is the hunt, where you actually fight the creature itself. It is very possible to lose, to fail to slay the creature, but the joy of Topple is in describing each of these steps. So we'll begin with Scene 1, Introduction. We gotta make a character. There are 2 main stats in Topple. I'm gonna do this freehand, because I'm crazy like that. Does this not... Oh. Okay, resolve and stamina. I'm just trying to make sure that these are in a good place on the screen. Go. These are both going to start at 10. Doing this freehand mouse. Don't worry about it. These values will be modified potentially by some of the choices that we make in the first 2 scenes, and they will also drop rapidly during the hunt. So, resolve is how much will to fight our character has remaining. When it hits 0, the character can no longer fight. Stamina is actually our steed's stamina. When stamina runs out, our steed falls behind. The creature, with its long strides, has moved ahead of our loyal steed, which doesn't mean that we automatically are out of the fight, but it does make things more dangerous. Even if we have resolve left over, uh, if we are climbing the creature, we're fine, but if we fall off, then, you know, no steed to climb back on top of, we fall behind. We also have to choose an archetype for our character. There are 6 available. The available archetypes are Avenger, Champion, Faithful, Hunter, Leader, or Sacrifice. Each of these gives you a little bit different benefit and lends itself to a little bit different play style. Champion is probably the best one to maximize your chance of success in solo play. So we're not going to pick that one. We're going to pick Faithful. The benefit of being faithful, you have faith that a higher power backs your campaign against the creature. When you mourn, which is an action you can take in Scene 2, you gain the maximum amount of resolve. If your resolve reaches 0 during the hunt, you can make one final attack on your next turn. So that is going to help pump up my health just to make sure that I can survive. Because it's solo, I don't have anybody backing me up. In group play, it really is about coordinating with your allies to manage the creature's attacks so that some of you are safe and one person is taking the big risks. So, having chosen Faithful, I don't gain any change to my stats at this time. I just have to describe my character to flesh them out, give them some personality, all that sort of thing. Gotta name my character. Lone Starn Orth. Original character, do not steal. And because I'm cool, I'm also going to draw my character. Character's going to have glasses, big ol' schnoz. Gonna be pissed. Angie, Angie, Angie. This is my priestly hat, and I am also going to have my holy symbol, which is what's my holy symbol? Holy symbol is just a smaller version of my own face. There we go. That doesn't look like a face. My holy symbol is going to be pizza. Yummy. Starn Orth, or Father Orth, was once a member of an isolated religious sect, but their holy temple was smashed apart by the creature's passing, leaving Father Orth as the only survivor. So he set out on the back of his loyal steed, which is, of course, a helicopter, to pursue the creature in the attempt to destroy it before it should cause any more harm to anyone else. And just like that, we got a character. Good job, good job. Of course, if we had other players today, we would be listening to their characters as well. Maybe we would, throw ideas back and forth about how our characters met each other and all that sort of thing. But since it's just me, we're all good. We can now move on to Scene 2, Preparation. We have arrived at a refugee camp where many people are gathered, all of whom are fleeing from the creature, getting out from in front of it, or, running along ahead of it, or whatever the case may be. There's, refugees, there's merchants, there's warriors, all that kind of thing. And we can take 3 actions of different kinds in order to try and maximize our chances against this damn creature. There are 6 actions for Scene 2. They are Barter, Encourage, Inquire, Mourn, Recruit, or Tend. Each giving different benefits. As a solo faithful build, my main shtick is maxing out my resolve. We do this by mourning. Pay respects to those who have already fallen. I must describe who I pay respects to, how I know them, and then I get some bonus resolve. So, I think first of all, we see that among the refugees fleeing ahead of the creature, there's a number of them with wagons, with shrouded bodies, people who were already slain by the creature. Maybe they were inside a building when it collapsed. Maybe they couldn't get out from under it as it approached at high speed, because, it's slow moving, but it takes very big steps. So, hard to say whether you're about to be underfoot or not. I don't know any of these people or their families who are fleeing with them, but in my position as Father Orth, the last faithful of my isolated religious sect, I am going to do my duty and I'm going to say some words for these departed souls. Having done that, I get to roll a die, a D3, and gain that much bonus resolve. But because I am faithful, I don't need to roll that die. I just gain the maximum possible amount, which is 3. Just going to cross that out. My new total is 13. So that's one action. I can take 2 more. I think it behooves me to really buff Resolve, because that's my strong suit here. I am going to mourn a second time. This time, I am going to move off aside from the camp a little bit, and I am going to erect a little monument, a very simple one made out of some stout tree branches and stones. This is going to be a monument to all of my fellow faithful who have already gone to the great pizzeria in the sky, no longer with us. Just as an act to prepare myself for the coming battle, because it may well be that I will join them. So once again, I gain the maximum possible dive result, which is 3, giving me 16 resolve, leaving me with 1 action left. 16 is pretty high resolve, so I think it might be a good idea to do something else. Encourage is off the table because that's really only beneficial if you do it first or second. Does nothing if you do it third. So, looking at my options, I think that I would like to barter. I need some better equipment to take this creature on. So, to start with, I have to describe who I'm bartering with and what I'm bartering for. Oh, let's see. By this point, this is the last action before the hunt begins, so most of the refugees over the course of this time have sort of moved on, whether they're heading on forward to the capital in the hopes that the city walls will protect them, or maybe they are scattering off into the forest, just trying to get out of the creature's path entirely. There are, however, a few merchants left. So I'm going to find one of these remaining merchants who are really trying to eke out their last little bit of profit from this disaster. And I'm going to try to get myself a weapon, because I'm a holy man. All I've got right now is my walking stick. That's not going to cut it. I need a sword. That's what I need. But it's not guaranteed that I will be successful. I gotta roll a d6, and I only get the item I want on a result of 4 or higher. So, we're gonna cross our fingers. Oop, that went off the top of this. Oh no, it's visible. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a 2, so unfortunately I have not succeeded. Bummer. No respect for a holy man in this modern day and age. The merchant says quite simply that I have nothing of value to trade for this sword. Therefore, he cannot justify turning it over to me. In which case, I simply tell him, that's all right. The pizza smith in the sky will have mercy upon you. And I pray that the creature will as well. Because it's on its way. Okay. That's my 3 actions for preparation. I have no time remaining. The only thing that I can do now is move on to the hunt. Scene 3. So, I get in my helicopter. This is the temple's helicopter that we purchased with donations from our faithful, which helps us spread the word of our pizza-based religion. I will fly over to the creature where I see it striding the land. The first thing that I must do is describe the creature. If I had other players here, each of us would describe one aspect, but it's just me, so it's kind of all up to me what we're dealing with exactly. So let's see, what I picture is... We got some... Oh, I don't know what that is. What the fuck? The shit? Okay. That was weird. I didn't know that Roll20 could do that. Anyways, we're gonna have some long, stout legs. We've got a big, swishy tail, a high arched back. We're gonna have deadly spinities all down the back and tail. We're gonna have big tum. And we're gonna have these ears or fins on the side of the head. One very large, powerful horn. And a snake-like tongue. And little teeny tiny vestigial wings. What a horrible, menacing beast. Let's get some toenails here. Yeah, there we go. Angie. It's Angie because it has noticed my helicopter and now it is going to attempt to stop me from killing it. So, now that we have entered the hunt, we have to know exactly how powerful is this beast, and the answer is that it has 20 vitality per player. It's just me, so that's going to be just a vitality of 20. When I played with my friends, the vitality was 100, and that was a very daunting task. We succeeded by the skin of our teeth. Well, two of us did. The three others died. So, now that we've begun the hunt, every player, just me, is able to do one action. I can advance, retreat, or attack. Advancing allows me to climb the creature, getting up to a more advantageous position, wherein I will do more damage with, I guess, my walking stick, because that's all I have. And by walking stick, I imagine it's like one of those long-handled pizza oven spatulas, since I guess I have committed to a pizza-based character. I don't know why I did that, but I did. I can retreat to go back to a safer position, quote-unquote safer. But at this time I can't because to start with I am pursuing the creature from my steed, atop my steed. There are 4 different positions that I can climb to. Pursuing is the bottom base position. One up from that is climbing, where I'm hanging onto the side of the creature, and one step up from that is riding, where I'm on the creature's back. And I can do the most damage from up there, or at least the most reliable damage. It is also possible to reach a 4th position, toppling, but in order to do that, you have to find the creature's vital point during preparation, and I didn't even bother trying because it doesn't work. At least that is my experience based on my previous playtest. Disclaimer, it does work, it's just not guaranteed, and I didn't want to take that risk. I took a risk on equipment instead. So yeah. In order to maximize my odds to the best of my frankly poor ability to calculate them, I'm going to start by attacking while pursuing. I am using my extreme faith to trust in my steed to not die in one hit. And I'm also trusting in myself to be able to climb on my first try next turn. So, I attack while pursuing. That deals 1d3 damage to the creature. So I'll roll a d6. That's a 5, which we round down to a 3, because that's how d3s work. If you happen to have an actual d3, then more power to you. That's great. So the creature has 17 vitality remaining. I've now taken my action, so the creature will retaliate. If there are multiple people playing, the creature only retaliates once everyone has acted, but it's just me, so it's happening now. How the creature retaliates depends on how it was damaged during the most recent round of actions. Since no one attacked it while riding or toppling or climbing the creature, it is going to use its default attack of Stomp. This reduces the stamina of all steeds by 1d6, and it also kills 1d3 allies, but I don't have any allies, so I don't need to worry about that. I just need to worry about my poor, poor helicopter. Oh no. Alright, we're off to a bad start. The creature's lashing tail smacks into the side of my helicopter, which almost crashes into a tree, but I've narrowly managed to right it in time. The helicopter is not going to last at this rate, so I have no choice now in round 2 but to leap free of the helicopter. I will turn on the autopilot just in case. I will try to climb the creature. This is an action that is not guaranteed success. I need to roll for it. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, big uh-oh. I've failed to climb the creature. I remain pursuing, and that's my action. I don't get to attack. Oh, jeez. Which means that the creature retaliates. It hasn't been attacked at all. So again, default action of Stomp. Gonna roll a d6 damage to my steed's stamina. I hope if it's a 4 or high. 50% chance that I fail right now because of my hubris. But I have faith, and I know that all of you have faith in me, so... No, it was a 6. That sucks. Oh boy. So, maybe the smarter thing for me to do would have been to attempt to climb from the get-go and not rely on my steed, since while climbing, I'm instead relying on my resolve, which is higher. But you know what? This is a demonstration. So I think that I am going to walk that back a bit and say that the creature instead, 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 and say that the creature instead dealt only 3 damage to my steed's stamina, meaning that it still has 1 remaining, and that I therefore get one more turn to try and climb this goddamn monster before I am removed from the game. And of course, because a higher power guides my hand, I am going to succeed on this second attempt. You can't see that, it is a 6. It's a 6. Which means that I am now successfully climbing this creature. And again, the creature will do its default stomp attack because it wasn't damaged at all, meaning it deals 1 point of damage to my steed's stamina. My helicopter has been struck out of the sky as the creature rears up and impales the helicopter on its horn, which I will draw because I have that capacity. Glad I wasn't in there at that moment. Instead, I climb. So, from my position climbing, although my steed has 0 stamina and can no longer assist me in this fight, I don't immediately fall behind. Which is great. So, retreat is no longer an option because if I retreat, I will simply immediately hit the ground, fall behind. Can't do that. So, I can either attempt to advance again, climb to an even higher position in order to deal even more damage, or I can just start flailing away and hope that I can kill this creature's 17 vitality before it can kill my 16. The odds are against me, but it's pretty close, actually. So we're going to see how this plays out. It's my turn. I will grab the creature's fur with one hand, and with the other I will start smacking it with my pizza spatula. 5, a fine hit. Knocking the creature down to 12 vitality. The creature will then respond with a different attack because it was damaged from a different position. The creature will thrash. This deals damage to the resolve of all climbing characters. And also deals damage to all steeds' resolve, but the steed's already gone, so I don't need to worry about that. It's only 1d3 damage to my resolve, and my resolve is very high. So at this time, I'm kind of pulling ahead. I thought it was 1d6 damage to every character. I guess I was wrong. I wrote multiple versions of this game. I cannot off the top of my head remember all of the numbers that I settled on. So yeah, other than the fact that the game already ended in failure and I walked it back, I'm currently doing very well. The creature flails its limbs and shakes, but it isn't able to dislodge me, for my resolve is maximum. And I will strike it again with my spatula. 3 damage this time. Nine vitality. Which results in the creature once again thrashing to try and shake me loose. Oh. That was 2 damage to my resolve. Still doing pretty good. I could try to climb higher and do more consistent damage. But I think I will play it safe and stay where I am because so far this is working out pretty good. My 1d6 damage versus the creature's 1d3. Okay, have I spoken too soon? Was my faith in pizza misplaced? That's the thing about 1d6 versus 1d3, there's a 1 on both of those. Unfortunately, my arms are beginning to tire. because my diet of nothing but pizza has not left me a particularly athletic sort. The creature, on the other hand, does nothing but run around all day, destroying cities, so it's very strong. I will again thrash to attempt to get rid of me. Oh, geez. Okay. The difference in vitality and resolve has closed. We are equal once again. But mathematically, I've still got the better odds. Alright. Another mighty swing of my spatula. Jeez. That's fine. With 5 vitality, it is currently possible for me to one-shot the creature. Whereas the creature's going to take at least 3 turns to get rid of me, so I think we've got this. The creature's response, another 2 damage. Putting me down to 6. So I'm now within 2 thrashes of death. But here it is, the killing strike. I can feel it. I feel the pizza in my soul. Fuck. Okay. You know what? That brings it down to 1, which means I'm guaranteed to kill it next turn, and it cannot possibly kill me, because nothing can kill me. The creature thrashes, dealing another 2. And my final strike is a mighty one. The creature is reduced to 0 vitality. Having finally, after many a strike, carved through the creature's thick fur and hide, I jam my pizza spatula between its ribs and pry, which causes the entire creature's skeletal structure to, like, spring apart with the power of a 300-foot tall bear trap. The creature essentially explodes, scattering its horrible stinking viscera across the landscape, which is undoubtedly going to wreak havoc on the local ecosystem, but at least everybody will know that I was victorious this day. I then returned to the capital, a hero, a stinky, stinky hero. And I found a new temple, a bigger temple, wherein I serve pizza to all those who are hungry. Okay, so obviously I went in kind of a stupid direction with the pizza religion. It is certainly possible to be much more serious about it than I was. But yeah, that does demonstrate the basics of how to play Topple. There are more mechanics that I didn't get into because of the choices that I made, such as recruiting allies who deal automatic damage to the creature every turn. If you're playing with multiple people, it could be advantageous to choose the leader archetype for your character, which is able to, since the 1.1 version, give a buff to allies to help them succeed on those rolls, such as the one that I failed when I was trying to get a better weapon. During preparation, it's possible to seek out the creature's vital point by inquiring with the people that may know of it. You need a certain number of successes equal to the number of players. So for me, I would only need to succeed once on inquiring, which would have allowed me to deal much greater damage to the creature. But also, doing that increased damage leaves you vulnerable to being knocked off the creature onto the ground. And if your steed's gone, like mine very quickly was, that's a game over. There is no path that is without risk. But I'm sure that if you try out Topple for yourself, that you will find your own fun way of playing the game. So once again, here's that link to my Ko-fi shop if you would like to try playing the game for yourself. As I said, unfortunately, I'm not in a very good position for streaming because I'm sitting on a goddamn lawn chair right now. So it's going to be a short one. I'm going to cut it here and look for someone to raid out to. I have an idea of exactly who that's going to be. Ooh. The choice just got harder. But not that much harder. Rain. Okay. We are going to be raiding Saib Jester, who is a player in our Vagabonds D&D campaign, and also my good friend. Currently, they are celebrating their affiliate, as they call it. I don't know if that's an on-purpose, different spelling, or if it's whatever. Celebrating their affiliate anniversary. They currently have a mag board set up so that you can draw on the stream itself. If you are a sub, which you should be, because Jester's really cool. So, I'm going to initiate the raid. Raid message. Happy affiliate anniversary. Keep it simple. So, I'm going to send us over there now. Thanks everybody for attending this short stream. And I will see y'all next time. Later.